CSA DigitalBeef How to Registering and Recording Cattle. Welcome to the Cattle Reporting Instructional video with CSA DigitalBeef. In this video we will show you how to register and record performance cattle from AI and naturally exposed breedings. If you are looking for instructions on how to register cattle as a result of embryo transfer, please refer to the embryo cattle registration video. First, ensure that you are logged into your membership account. To begin, navigate over to the work menu on the left side of the screen. Select Herd Management, then WHR Inventory. Here you will be taken to your whole herd registry screen. Before cattle can be registered, their dams must be enrolled into the WHR program for the year they are born. If your herd has been enrolled, you will see an Assessed tab with the applicable of year following. If you do not have an Assessed tab for the year you are looking to register calves from, this means you have not enrolled your herd for that year. Please refer to the WHR assessment video for instructions on how to enroll your herd. For this example, we will be using the Assess 2022 tab. When you select it, you will be given a list of active females in your whole herd registry. You can reorder this list by selecting the options at the top, but it will automatically order the females by their birth date. You will see beside each female that there will be a No Calf Reason and Record Calf option. For females you do not have calf information for, please select the No Calf Reason and choose a reason from the drop-down menu for why you won't have information to submit for this year. Remember to press Save after each one. For females who have calving information, select the Record Calf option. Please note that we recommend selecting Record Calf in the order that they are written in your calving book, as this is the order they will appear in the registration screen to follow. When you select Record Calf you will notice that it will change to say queued. You can pause the video at this time to queue, or to give your no calf reasons, on your herd. Once you have queued all of the females you wish to submit calving information for, you will need to navigate to the work menu on the left side of the screen once again. This time, you will need to go to Work Queues, that is listed as the last option on the menu. Then select Birth Recording. Here you will be taken to a new screen. On it will be a list of ongoing registration logs. In this case, we have one log open, with 4 lines, the work order number and the date that it was initiated. On the far right, you will have a Go to this queue button to open it. Once opened, you will arrive to what resembles an online version of a registration form. There are a few things to note before we begin. You will notice the info for each box is indicated in the rows above. Each of the boxes that have bolded font are required in order to register a shorthorn calf. For boxes that are not bolded, they are considered optional but are still encouraged to be completed if you have the information available. For further explanation on each box, there is a page guide option in the top right corner of the screen that you can use. When you click on it, the guide will highlight the boxes and the criteria needed. If you click each of the numbers, it will give you information for that specific field. You can minimize the guide by pressing Close. Another thing that CSA members should be aware of is the Save and Validate button at the bottom. It is recommended to save and validate your work as you go to ensure that it is not lost. You can save your work as many times as you wish. This is also a great option if you begin entering your calving data and would like to come back to it at a later date. Your logs do not need to be submitted in the same day that they are started, nor do they expire over time. Next. Part 1: How to fully register your cattle. We will first show you how to fully register a calf. The dam information is already filled in from when we queued them. If the cow listed is not the correct one, you can either type in a new registration number or tattoo in the box, or by clicking the search icon beside the box. Select the correct cow from the list and it will replace the information with the cow you selected. Next is the dam's maternal trait section. This is gauged based on when she calves. At calving, she was docile. Her udder suspension was moderate, so we will give her a 5, and her teat size was moderate to favorable, so we will consider her a 7. The page guide better outlines this scoring system. You can also find a udder scoring chart on the CSA website under the Forms and Resources section if you would like to review it. The birth date of the calf requires the format of day, month, year. Slashes are needed between each. If the date is accepted, you will notice the color of the line changes to either blue, green, pink or yellow depending on which season the calf is born in. Calves born in the same season will be grouped together if all of the other criteria are suitable to be considered in the same contemporary group. Next, select the service type from the drop-down menu. If the cow was exposed to the bull naturally, you will want the type to be NS. If you inseminated the cow, select AI. Or if this is an embryo calf, select ET. For the sire, you can either enter his info manually with a tattoo or registration number, or you can find him from the quick list by selecting the search icon. This list will give you all of your active breeding age bulls and any bulls you have saved to your quick sire list from your account page. We explained this in the intro how-to video. If you would like more information, please be sure to use the registration number that is issued by the CSA. If the bull originates from a foreign breed association, as DigitalBeef will not recognize the foreign registration number, bulls from a foreign breed association such as the American Shorthorn Association will be assigned a new number when registered in the CSA. If you are looking to register the calf, be sure that the register box is selected. If you would like to have a certificate issued for the calf once registered, ensure the Send Me the Certificate box is selected. If you do not want a certificate issued and instead would like it e-filed, uncheck this box. Please note that cattle who have papers issued are not eligible to be transferred online and will require the original registration certificate to be returned to the office. You can request a paper to be issued at a later date following the registration at no charge. For those who have multiple herds associated with your account, all of the associated prefixes will be included in the drop-down menu of the herd prefix selection. Select the appropriate prefix that is applicable to the dam you wish to register from. Next, put in the calf statue number followed by the letter year that matches the year it is born in. If you are unsure of which letter is used for that year, you can find the list on the left side of the screen below the work menu. Select the year that the calf is tattooed in. You can enter a tag number or tag ID if you have one, but this is optional. Select the calf as male or female. You won't be able to indicate if the bull calf was steered at this time since the calf is either a heifer or a bull at birth. You can indicate steers at weaning or by editing them once they are in the system. From the drop-down menu, indicate the horn status of the calf. This can also be updated from the Animals Edit screen once in the system if changes need to be made. Select the applicable color from the drop-down next. If you have a birth weight, enter this in here and select which method you had used to weigh them. If you did not assist the cow in calving, select unassisted. If she required assistance, select one of the other calving ease codes. While it is not required to submit birth weights or calving ease in order to register or record calves, it is still strongly encouraged for members to submit this information. Birth weight and calving ease data is crucial for accuracy of the genetic evaluation in a breeder's herd and also in the entirety of the Shorthorn breed. Select single calf if there was only one resulting calf at calving. If the calf was a twin, select if it was a twin to a bull or if it was a twin to a heifer. The CG or contemporary group box can be left as is. It is only recommended to change it if the cows were managed differently prior to calving. Next, the name box must include the entire name of the calf. You will first need to put your herd name, followed by the given name and then the tattoo if space allows. The JTAG number is optional to submit but will print on the registration certificate if you enter it. Leave the disposal box as active if you don't wish to dispose of it. The season will be determined already based on the birth date you have entered. You won't need to change this. Finally, enter the breeding dates for the cow that resulted in this calf. If the cow was naturally bred, put in the date she was first exposed to the bull in the PE start box and then enter the PEN date for when the bull last would have been exposed to the female. If she was AI'd, put in the breeding date she was inseminated in the first box. While breeding dates are not required, they are also important information in the genetic evaluation, especially in fertility and gestation length calculations. If you have this info, we strongly encourage you to submit it. Now that the first calf is complete, it is a great time to save and validate the information. The system will now check through all of the rows in this log to see if there are any errors with the data entered while also saving it. You will notice that the initial error was removed and there are no additional errors indicated. This means that this calf is ready to be registered. If we would like to submit it to the registry at any time, you can do so by pressing the Commit to Registry button beside the Save and Validate button. Part 2, Recording Unregistered or Performance Cattle. Now we will show you how to record, or in other words, submit performance cattle. We will repeat most of the steps as done in the previous line. Again, not everything on the screen is required but can be submitted if you have the info. We will indicate temperament and udder scoring at the time of calving in this example for the calf of CSA 33F. The birth date of this calf is February 10, 2022, so we will fill it in with the day, month, and year format with slashes in between. Then we will enter the service type and the sire of the calf from the search menu. We will select our herd bull, CSA 500H, and he will auto-populate in the box to follow. Now, if you do not wish to register the calf and just want to record it, uncheck the register box and uncheck the send me certificate box. Select the correct prefix if there is more than one herd linked with this account. Then, enter in the calf statue number followed by the letter year. Select if the calf was either male or female. Then select if it was polled, horned or scurred. You will also need to select its color. Don't forget to enter the birth weight information and calving ease if you have the info. For unregistered cattle, you won't need to enter a name. In this case, we have a CCIA tag number, so we will enter that here. When it comes to disposals on unregistered cattle, you can dispose of them at this time if you would like. There are a series of codes to indicate the reason of disposal. However, if you have weaning data information, do not dispose of the calf at this time. You will have the option to give them a disposal code either when you enter their weaning weight or yearling weight data. Finally, enter the breeding dates of when the cow would have been either AI bred or exposed to a bull naturally. In this case, she was pasture exposed to the bull from June 1, 2021 to August 30, 2021. We can again select the Save and Validate button if you'd like to save and check your work. From the looks of the validation, there are no errors we need to fix, so we can continue to enter more cattle info to follow or submit the 2 lines at this time by pressing Commit to Registry. Some common errors that you may come across in the process are: sire requires DNA genotyping. This means that the sire of this calf does not have the necessary DNA completed in order to have progeny registered. All sires, whether they are AI or natural herd bulls, need to have a parentage DNA test completed and need to be considered TH-free by pedigree or have a TH test completed. Contact the office if you require to have this done and we will provide you with your DNA requisition forms. Another common error you may see is, dam or recipient dam does not have available WHR credit. This means that the dam of this calf is not enrolled into the whole herd registry for the year that the calf is born in. If the calf is born from the current year, you will be able to enroll the cow yourself in your account. Instructions on how to do this are explained in our WHR how-to video. If the cow needs to be enrolled from past years, contact the CSA office and we will reactivate the cow. We have gone ahead and completed the remaining 2 lines. Now that we have finished entering the information, we will once again validate and save our work. All 4 lines are free from errors and are ready to be put through into the CSA herd book. To do this, we will select Commit to Registry. Once all 4 of these cattle have been committed, the program will generate a registration number for each and indicate them on the screen to follow. If you do not see all of the cattle you were anticipating to register or record on this screen, this means that they were held back and you will need to check them once again and review the error or errors DigitalBeef wants you to correct. For those who are able to commit, they are now considered live in the herd book and they will now be searchable in the registry. You will also be able to find them in your herd's inventory if they were not given a disposal code. You also have the option to send your active cattle to the weaning queue if you would like to at this time. In the CSA registry, there are a few different formats you can expect to see in regards to registration numbers. Closed purebred cattle will either have a F in front of their registration number if they are female and an M will be in front of the registration number for males. These cattle are considered 100%. If the registration is 99.2% or higher, they will be rounded up to 100% blood level. Purebred cattle will have an asterisk at the front of their registration number regardless if they are male or female. Their percentage will be between 93.8% and 99.1% Shorthorn. Shorthorn cattle and the appendix registry will be between 50% and 93.7%. Both males and females will have an AR at the start of their registration number. If there is a C in front of a registration number, this is to indicate a commercial or foundation animal. These cattle do not have any Shorthorn percentage. Cattle who do not meet 50% Shorthorn are considered 0% in the CSA registry and will be assigned a commercial registration number. The final variation you will see in the registry are cattle who have a Z at the start of their registration number. These cattle are considered 50% to 100% Shorthorn but have just been recorded and not fully registered. Some of these cattle are registerable, however, they are not a fully registered status at this time. In the event that there are cattle in your inventory with a Z who you intended to register, contact the office if you are unsure as to why the calf is not registrable. There may be further action needed to complete the registration, such as adding a name, a sire requiring DNA testing, an embryo calf needing parentage testing, or other reasons. This concludes the how-to video with CSA DigitalBeef registering and recording natural and AI bred cattle. We have a series of other videos available on our CSA website if you would like to view them. If you are still in need of further explanation in regards to this video or any other components to the DigitalBeef registry, feel free to contact the office directly by either email or phone.